Hello and welcome to Motors for the Masses, and today I may surprise you as I look at 5 EVs you can buy in 2024 that I really do like the look of. I know. So let's roll the intro and get cracking. So the first one may surprise you the most, and that is the Mustang Mach-E Rally. Now, before I go into any more detail, don't worry, I'm still a thorough petrol head. Love V8s, never getting rid of those, absolutely love them. Not a huge fan of electric vehicles, mostly because of the fact that the government are pushing it so hard. They're too expensive, the infrastructure isn't there, the range is not as great as they advertise, and there's no sound to them and there's no sort of feel to them. But anyway, that aside, looks wise, I absolutely love the look of the Mustang Mach-E Rally. I mean, again, it should not be called a Mustang, it should be called the Ford Fusion, and I will say that till the end of time because I don't believe it should be called the Mustang. And they only called it the Mustang so they could justify the price. However, it looks epic. I suppose a bit of a conflict really, because a Mustang has always been a street car. It's never been a rally car. So to make a rally version is a bit weird. They should have called it the Ford Fusion. It should have been the Ford Fusion. But it's too late now, it's here, and there's nothing to do about it. So yeah, the rally spoiler looks superb. The bulges in the body look superb. Those white OZ-style wheels, they look epic. I love the colour schemes they've got. That foresty green is great, the grabber blue, the nice bright yellow. Not a fan of the white or the black, bit meh for my liking. But the bonkers colours, the body kit looks epic. The roof spoiler looks epic. The mud flaps, even with the white wheels, just looks very rally raid style car, and that's what I like about it. And I suppose with the right kind of electronic exhaust. Now, as you know, I had the Thor electronic exhaust on my transit van. I've shown you that in previous videos, so I don't need to show you an example here, but it looked and sounded, well, it didn't look anything because you couldn't see it, but it sounded epic. It really did. So many people asked me what engine was in it. Nobody thought it was an electronic exhaust, unless I told them. They all thought it was real, and a V8. But anyway, I know Baller do an exhaust for the Mustang Mach-E. Here's an example of it. Now, to me, that one's a bit synthesized. I can't hear it in real life, so I can't say for certain that it's very synthesized, but it's a little bit from what I can hear there. So I don't know. But even with the Thor system, that could sound pretty epic. I do like that, and I love the look of it. It just looks fantastic. I mean, unfortunately, it is expensive. Now, here are some specs on it, and I think you'll be quite pleasantly surprised by how quick it is. EVs have never been an issue with speed. We all know they're quite quick. It's nothing to do with speed. It's to do with the feel of the car. But here are some specs on this. So it has a 0 to 62 time of 3.4 seconds, 480 horsepower, 700 pounds-foot of torque. Although we do know that torque is sort of persuaded slightly differently in an EV than it is in a combustion engine car. Top speed of only 124 miles an hour, so it's not overly quick. 91 kilowatt hour battery. It is quite weighty at 2.29 tons, and the range isn't brilliant at 265 miles, and that obviously is on paper. And price wise, it's £76,790. Yes, 76,000. That's a lot of money, but it is quick. and it does look fun, and it just looks insanely awesome as far as I'm concerned. So right, let's move on to number 2, and that is this, the Hyundai Ioniq 5N. Now, when the Ioniq 5 first came out, you had to see it in the flesh, not metal, aluminium, plastic, to realise how huge it actually was. It was like a cartoon car. It looked like a small style hatchback, but everything was on a giant scale. It's quite large. And the N version, I think, looks pretty cool. Now, I know they do the N version in a few Hyundais, but this one, I think, looks brilliant. It looks pretty bonkers. And as an EV, I think it does look really, really good. I really do like the look of it. So let's have a look at some specs on this one. So it has a 0 to 62 time of, the same as the Mustang, 3.4 seconds, despite having 645 horsepower, or the equivalent thereof. However, it's only got 545 pounds-foot of torque. Seems a bit weird. Top speed 161 miles an hour, so it seems that the horsepower gives you better top end, whereas the higher torque just gives you great acceleration, not great top end. I don't know. Back to the Ioniq. It has an 84 kilowatt hour battery, and it weighs in at 2.23 tons with a range of, again, not brilliant, 278 miles on paper. Price wise, it's a little bit cheaper. In fact, it's quite a bit cheaper. It's £65,000. It's still expensive, isn't it? 65 grand. But look at it. It does look epic, and it is quick for a short period of time. So on to the third one, and this one may surprise you a little bit because it's a Porsche, if you're that way inclined. It's this, the Porsche Taycan 4 Cross Turismo shooting brake. Bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Now, I know they do quite a few versions of this, and I quite like the one that's got the little bits of extra valance on it. I think it's the 4S Turismo. 4S Cross Turismo. It's definitely the shooting brake version that I like. I don't like the normal hatchback sort of blobby version, blancmange looking version. I like the shooting brake because it looks pretty epic. Now, on a side note, I have seen a picture of the new Nissan Stasia. Do you remember those from the 90s? Love those. I haven't featured that in this because it's just a 2025 concept look at the moment. Now, as I say, these are cars you can actually buy, because otherwise I'll be talking about the Peugeot 504 Coupe electronic thing. Love the look of that, but it's a concept car, so that's not even in this list. But look at this Porsche. It is certainly great to look at. Now, we're looking at specs. They're not that great. If you want the cheap, and I sort of mean cheap tongue-in-cheek, bit of a mouthful, version, it's £96,000. Now, if you want the £96,000 version, that will give you a 0 to 62 time of 4.7 seconds. That's slower than my Mustang V8. Disappointing for an EV, isn't it? That gives you 430 horsepower and 449 pounds-foot of torque, top speed of 137 miles an hour from its 97 kilowatt hour battery, weighing in at 2.88 tons and a range of 360 miles. So it's okay, but for £96,000 because it's got the word Porsche written on it. However, if you want the fast one, that does 0 to 62 in 2.5 seconds. Yes, 2.5 seconds. But that's because it has the equivalent of 940 horsepower and 819 pounds-foot of torque. It is limited to 155 miles an hour with the same battery, same weight, and funny enough, ran about the same range in mileage. However, it's £163,000. £163,000. However, as this video is about aesthetics, it looks epic. I just love it. It's got that nice, massive, sort of a cartoon-like with the massive wheels and the huge wheel arches on that front end, and then that shooting brake. Now, I'm not a fan of estate cars, but this sort of shooting brake version of this Taycan superb looking. Absolutely superb. Love the look of that. So then on to the fourth one, and this one again might surprise you still, because it's this. The VW ID Buzz Style two-tone. Now I'm quite specific with that because they do the single colour version, and to me doesn't look that special. Not a fan of that. It's the two-tone colours that sets it off and gives it that retro style look. And it's the style version, not the GTX. The GTX has that weird sort of front end. The style has the big, huge bottom grille with the holes in it, and that again makes it very different to look at. Now specs-wise, it's a sort of a 7-seater, 5-seater to a 7-seater, or a van if you're that way inclined. So that's not that fast. Even for an EV, it's not that fast. 0 to 62 is 7.6 seconds. Snoozeville. But it has just 280 horsepower, 413 pounds-foot of torque, a top speed of only 100 miles an hour, but I suppose that's fine. A 79 kilowatt-hour battery, weighing in at 2.5 tons, but look at the size of it, it's to be expected. And a range of only 280 miles. That's not a lot, is it? Price-wise, 65 grand. Still expensive, but it does look cool. I love the look of it. I've never really been into the VW Bug van. I mean, I've got a VW Caddy in my fleet from 2002, so I quite like the look of the Caddy. It's being slammed and it's purple and it's got the wheels on it and etc, etc. I've never really been a fan of the VW Camper Bus, but I love the look of this. I love how they've gone with the retro look. Now, interestingly, I don't like a modern take on the VW Beetle. I think it's very feminine, especially considering it's got a vase in it. I mean, why would you put a vase in there? Talk about only selling a car designed for one gender. I mean, why would you half your market right off the bat? I have no idea. Not even half. Probably a third of the market right off the bat. But anyway, that's besides the point. Not a fan of the Beetle. Quite like the original Beetle, but if I had one, it'd have to be a Herbie replica because I like that kind of thing. The newer one has got a bit of a sort of the design of Adolf Hitler's first ever design of the Beetle. Not a fan of that. But this bus just looks epic. It's the two-tone styling colours. It just comes through the front there, and it just looks fantastic. Look at it; it looks brilliant. Love the look of that. So then on to my final one. Now with this one, it's strictly not available in 2024 because they discontinued it in 2023. Shame, really, but I think I know why. And that's this, the Honda E. Now this looks brilliant. I mean, look at it. It's a bonkers little thing. Great little lights at the front, little round lights at the front, little round lights at the back. Got sort of that Mark 1 Golf look about it. If Mark 1 Golf was made today, it just looks brilliant. I love the look of that. Really quirky, funky looking thing. However, it was really expensive and just a bit boring inside. I mean, look at these rear seats. Absolutely awful. It was cute. And I had a cute feel about it, but again, I suppose they almost genderized it as a female car. Shame, really, because I like it. What does that make me, I suppose? But Honda decided after 4 years they're going to discontinue it and replace it with the NY1E, which is, guess what? Yes, it's another crossover style SUV-esque type weird wannabe thing that they're all doing now. Yeah, boring, isn't it? Anyway, he says, liking the Mustang Mach-E. Not a fan of the Capri though, don't like that. And I don't like the base model of that select version of the Mach-E. It's only this rally version. That's only because of the bonkers bits it's got hanging off it. So anyway, yes, this Honda E, I mean, it was a £37,400 car, but it only had a 35.5 kilowatt battery. And it only had a range of 130 miles. The equivalent of 154 brake horsepower with a 0 to 62 time of 8.9 2.3 seconds. Oh, really? And a top speed of 90 miles an hour. Weighed in the lightest out of all this bunch at 1.75 tons. But its cuteness was overshadowed by its bitterly poor performance and that small, dull interior. Now, I am quite looking forward to when the new Renault 5 EV comes out, because again, another great looking car. Now, I like that because that should look like the pictures we've seen. So I'm interested. I don't want to get one, but maybe as a second runaround car, as long as I can keep the V8. Oh, I don't know. No, I cannot go to the dark side. I can't go to the dark side. You'll disown me. I like the look of them. This is the important thing to take from this. I don't think electric is there yet. I don't think the infrastructure's there. I don't think the pricing is right. I don't think the feel of them is right. Some of these cars have too much technology, just begging to go wrong. I mean, I read I saw a video the other day of a guy who had a Mustang Mach-E, and he wouldn't let him out of the car. the door locked. No, it was on a forum. It was on a forum, and the door locked and wouldn't let him out of the car. I mean, that's quite worrying, isn't it? With all these electronics. Yes, okay, you've got a push button to open the door. You don't actually have a handle. But when that goes wrong, he got stuck in the car. That's quite concerning. And that's just one thing from one of the cars. And these things are packed full of electronics. I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing it's the future and we can't really get away from it. But I don't want to be there yet. I love my V8 too much. I love my gas-guzzling, smoky, fumey V8s with the rumble and the feel and the look of them and I'm sorry, that's the way I am. It's the way I'm built. Call me a dinosaur, I don't care. I love them. I just like the look of these. I really like the look of them. With electronic exhaust, would that be enough for me to like it, to want to own one? No, because again, I'd say I don't think they're there yet. I don't think the infrastructure's ready. The price certainly isn't there. The range isn't amazing. The cost of getting your electrics at your home rewired, technically, or upgraded to hold these fast chargers. Otherwise, you're just plugging it in all night and spending a lot of electricity charging it up. I don't know. I don't know. There's too many questions and too many doubts for me to fully commit to anything electronic. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Have I missed anything from the list? Is there anything you think looks epic? And just for the record, I do not like Teslas. Maybe we've got a thing against Tesla. Maybe they're pretentious. Maybe it's Elon Musk himself and his narcissism that I don't like. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of Teslas. I'm sure they're wonderful and they're all full of these things, but are they just overhyped? Interesting to hear your take on these, and I'm sure we're going to get people going, oh, I love my Tesla, it's amazing. I've been having quite a funny battle with people. They posted a video of a Tesla against a Mustang, and my comment was, I would happily take the slower V8 Mustang over the bubble-shaped RC car sounding Euro box or something along those lines any day. And they've gone a bit nuts for it. It's been hilarious to read the comments and try and wind people up. It's brilliant. Love it. But anyway, there you go. That's all I've got for this episode. Thanks for watching. I'll be back very soon with some more. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video. Click the notification bell for more uploads and I'll see you very soon. So until next time, please ride and drive carefully, but have fun. Bye-bye.